Good evening and welcome to Roger E. Carlson Fieldhouse for CTN's coverage of volleyball. Jeremy Smith here tonight with Ted Anderson.
That's right. How you doing tonight, Jeremy?
Doing all right. We're in for Joe and Howie, who are covering the soccer playoffs just across the street from where we're at tonight.
It's going to be a great night for that, so we wish them luck, and we know Joe and Howie are having a good time over there.
And while they're having a good time over there, we hope to have a good time over here. Visiting Chisago Lakes. Starting lineup on screen for you there. Samantha Olsen, Kylie Carlson, Annika Zins, Sydney Anderson, Paige Berquist, Samantha Paulson, and Michaela Lund round out their starters there. They are dressing a couple JV players as backups tonight. There we have our head coach in the background for the Cardinals. Their starters on screen for you. Starting lineup of Seda Green, Michaela Wilbur, Nicole Post, Grace Henham, Nia Sanchez, Madison Fowler, and Peyton Shevchuk as the girls meet at the net for the low fives before the match here.
This should be a good night of volleyball here. Both teams coming off a win. Coon Rapids, of course, winning against Anoka last week, and Chisago Lakes coming in, hoping to keep up that momentum as well.
Yeah, 5-9, 5-11, two pretty evenly matched teams here. We'll see where the ball falls tonight, for lack of a better term.
And we are just about ready for the first serve.
Checking in with our officials here as we get a look at some of the players on the court. And it looks like Chisago Lakes will be starting with the serve here.
Number 8, Kylie Carlson. Ready to get this match started.
First set here, service will start with the Wildcats. Our officials signaling if they're ready to go, checking our parents manning the flags in the corners, and we are underway. Coon Rapids able to return the serve. Hit from deep, but that's played back. Chisago Lakes looking to get that one over, and they do. Coon Rapids looking to set something up here.
Oh, and a little long on that one.
Strong hit there by Green. Didn't catch any Chisago Lakes players, though, and so that first point goes to the visiting Wildcats. That serve goes into the net. In volleyball, we do play rally point, which means on every serve there's going to be a point. So 1-1 here, first to 25. The first to win 3 sets takes the match.
We've got Michaela Wilbur serving for Coon Rapids now.
Serve off the side
Point
of the player on the Wildcats side. And that'll be our first ace of the night. Second serve for her.
Goes long.
It is out, goes long, and service goes back over to the Wildcats. We're trying to paint that back corner there. Couldn't quite get there. In the early going, what we've seen is our last volleyball coverage is it's a game of runs of 3, 4, 5 points in a row. And really is your chance to pull away. So we get a look at the sideline there. A Wildcat serve here from the center of the back line. That one just hits the net, gets over. Good effort there by Green to try and play that one up, but not quite in time to give the Wildcats a 3-2 lead.
And volleyball is so much about momentum, and if you can break up the opposing team's momentum and start scoring some points early, set the pace, that's really going to be the key to the Cardinals coming away with a victory here tonight.
Coon Rapids playing this one back over as the Wildcats get it together and back over. Good volley going for both sides here.
And again, just a little aggressive on those hits from Coon Rapids.
Masteller with a little too much on that one again, out the back line. To put Chisago Lakes up 4-2. There we got to look at head coach on the sideline. Nice setup by Coon Rapids, but not quite the elevation they needed to get that one over the net. And haven't seen much net play yet in the game as far as the kill and block game goes, but we'll see how that develops. Good setup here for Coon Rapids.
Oh, just couldn't quite execute.
Yeah, Henneman trying to just tip that one over, but unfortunately was on the way down when she went for the ball. And quick 4-point run here gets Chisago Lakes out ahead. We'll get another look at that here. Her momentum was on the way down when she made contact with the ball, just couldn't get enough on it. That serve is out, just missed the back line there to return service back over for Coon Rapids. Bieland with the right idea there, but just missed that back line.
Here comes a serve from Nicole Post.
Service is played by the Wildcats, set up nicely and killed. Nice hit there from Paulson to bury that one and get service back for her team.
It's a good diving effort from Green there on Coon Rapids' side.
I'll look at the Chisago Lakes head coach there. A jump serve played by the Cardinals. And that is a nice hit there from Coon Rapids, a kill for Fowler to return service back to the other side. Anderson back to serve here for Coon Rapids. Down 4-7 at this point. Jump serve. Hit up by the Wildcats. Not quite enough on that one to get it over. It's hit into the net. Point Cardinals. Makes it 5-7. Like we said before the match, two pretty evenly matched teams here. Both coming in looking to carry the momentum from their last win over into tonight's match. And that's a nice kill there for Bergquist. Shevchuk tried to play it at the back line there, but couldn't quite get it back in play.
And I think it's important to mention that both teams coming off a win obviously wanted to keep up that momentum. And nearing the end of the season, and both teams wanting to finish strong.
Great dive by Olsen there, but not quite enough as Coon Rapids scores the point. Some substitutions there as Sanchez Fernandez is back to serve for the Cardinals. We get another look at that dive here. Really made a play for it, but not quite in time. That service goes out and gets the point back for Chisago Lakes. We'll have some subs here on the side as we rotate players in and out. Paige Bergquist back to serve for the Wildcats. Lines up pretty deep there. Jump serve is played by the Cardinals, with two players miscommunicating. They're both trying to play it. Both Wilbur and Sanchez Fernandez getting together on that one. So a little miscommunication gives Chisago Lakes a 10-6 lead here with their service, and that one's not going to make it over.
And it's like you said, Jeremy, the volley's going back and forth. Obviously, there's a lot of great plays, but the service seems to be changing hands pretty often, so it's a pretty evenly matched matchup here.
Yeah, no runs longer than 4 points yet tonight. Shevchuk back to serve. That service is played by Chisago Lakes, but over into the ref and unplayable to make it 8-10.
The Coon Rapids fans getting an up-close and personal look there.
That's why you get those courtside seats, right?
They sell out quick.
Chisago Lakes looking to set something up. Played back. Shevchuk hits it up. Set at the net. And that one is going to be just out of play. Wilbur had a right idea looking across court for some open space, but just outside of the line on that one. That makes it 11-8. Wildcats with the serve here. McKenna Lund back to serve. Her service clears the line nicely. Shevchuk hits it up. Looking for some help. Gets it, and Coon Rapids plays it over the net. Wildcats looking to set up their attack here. Just a tip over. Two players run into each other, but able to get it up. Here's that third hit. Set over to Chisago Lakes. Wildcats looking to set up, and they do. Another kill there for Paulson, using that height to put that one away. We'll get another look at that one here.
You can see good effort, but just a little behind on that one.
That one finds the tape on the top of the net, but not quite over. Green back to serve for the Cardinals now. Tips the net, but makes it over. Set back to the Cardinals side as they look to set up their attack. That one's hit to the far side and played right up at the net. Tipped over. A nice play there by Wilbur to score the point for Coon Rapids. Makes it 10-12.
Green will go back to the line for the serve. And a very aggressive move by number 15.
And the referee is calling that it did hit a player on the Coon Rapids side, so that point does go to the Wildcats. By our Yund official statistics there, that's 4 kills so far for them. Wildcats serve over to the Cardinals. That's set up at the net, tipped over, finds open floor and scores the point. Great play at the net there. Sometimes that soft touch is more effective than the power game.
That's right. Just put it in a good place, and if the defenders aren't there, you're going to get it.
So still only a 2-point game now. 11-13 in favor of the Wildcats. Little miscommunication on that, but they're able to get it over. Cardinals setting up for a play. Nice hit there. Once again, the Wildcats able to return that. Cardinals put that one in play. Good volley going back and forth here. Number 20 for the Wildcats, Paulson with another kill, using that height to get up and put that one away. We'll get another look at that one there, Ted.
Yeah, you can see she's definitely using that height advantage.
Good elevation on that hit. And we'll have an ace there as Chisago Lakes takes a 15-11 lead. Bieland there with the ace. Looking for some more points here. That one's played by the Cardinals. Nice high hit. They set up at the net. That one is tipped up and played by the Cardinals.
Yeah, and again, a very long volley happening right now.
Some good play on both sides. We're going to play at the net. And that was a clean hit. Stayed on her side.
Shevchuk made a good effort there.
And that's another point for a 16-11 lead. Biggest lead of this set for the Wildcats. That one is served and does find the line in the back. 2 aces on this service for Chisago Lakes.
Coach Enns making sure that his team knows what the plan is.
That service is hit, bumped very deep and unplayable. Bieland having great service here, and we're going to get a timeout from the Cardinals. 3 aces on 4 serves from Bieland. Chisago Lakes pulling away here, 18-11. Great time for the coach to call timeout. Well, and if you want to take some time out of your day, check us out on Facebook.
That's right, facebook.com/CTN Coon Rapids. You go there and find all of your favorite personalities, from Joe Yund to Howie Shapiro to Jeremy Smith.
I don't know if I'm on the list on the Facebook at all. I'm kind of the D squad. But you can definitely connect with us on Facebook as we see Coach Ennis there with his team. Now, this is the time when you need to get that service back and not let the match slip away from you. Focus first on just getting that service back. 18-11 the score here. Wildcats still with service. Both teams looking to crawl back toward that 500. So Bieland to serve again here. 3 aces in her last 4 serves. So it's hit high and played.
Good recovery there.
Recovers well to play that one. Oh. Bad hit by the Wildcats. Just came off the hands of Olsen wrong there, went behind her instead of in front, and that service goes back to the Cardinals. And getting back in the match just starts with 1 point. And that'll be Nicole Post with service here for the Cardinals, looking to find their way back into this one. Wildcats setting up. That hit is put beautifully across the court as the Wildcats quickly end the Cardinal service. Olsen to serve here for the Wildcats. Played by the Cardinals, set up at the net. And that's a powerful strike there by Masteller.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of those tonight that have gone a little bit long, but she had very good control of that ball.
Great service there as this one is not played back in.
Anderson will go back to the line.
Coon Rapids crawling back within 5 here, 14-19.
It's good math, Jeremy.
Anderson goes to serve again.
Couldn't quite come away with it.
Fowler went to make that play at the net. Just off her fingertips. 14-20 here.
Annika Zins at the line for Chisago Lakes.
Service played. And that'll be, I believe, the 5th ace for Chisago Lakes in this first set.
And Wilbur just kind of froze there, right? I think she was expecting it to be a little bit higher.
Service played well. Coon Rapids player right up at the net, and that soft touch, a little spin and some help from the net. Gets service back on the Cardinals side.
So here we'll get another look at that.
Just finding some floor there, and as we come back, Chisago Lakes, without the help of the net, pulls pretty much the same trick. Jump up like you're going up strong, and let's do that finger roll over the net. If it works in basketball, it works in volleyball. That's not true. That doesn't make any sense, Ted.
Thanks for that, Jeremy.
Absolutely. That's what I'm here for. Coon Rapids looking to stay in this one. Wildcats setting up for the strike.
Couldn't quite clear the net.
Anderson puts that one into the net. Good idea there. 22-16 in favor of the Wildcats, so no time for them to panic here. Just need to focus on getting that service back as Shevchuk lines up to serve for the Cardinals.
Couldn't come away with it.
Coon Rapids not quite able to get that one over in the 3 hits there. Some bad directional play. As Ashley Peltier goes back to serve, 23-16 in favor of the Wildcats in this first set here. Her serve is played on the other side by Shevchuk, set up at the net, and that kill is put down by Nicole Post. Definitely what they needed there, Ted. And now, if you're going to go on a run, now's the time to do it.
That would be great advice.
Cardinals service returned here by the Wildcats, setting up at the net.
And into the fan section.
Great play there by Sanchez Fernandez to try and recover off that kill, but couldn't quite get it playable for her teammates. This will be set point 24-17 in favor of the Wildcats. Carlson back to serve. I'll be returned by the Cardinals, tipped over, but recovered well by the Wildcats. Up for that hit off a Coon Rapids player, and that's going to be the end of our first set at 25-17 in favor of the Wildcats. We will switch sides here, and we'll take a break. We'll be back with more volleyball after this on CTN.
Want to know the who, what, when, and where of Coon Rapids? Then just follow CTN on social media. It's that simple. Whether it's Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. keep up with local news, sports, and events, and the people who make our community such a great place to live. So give us a follow, like, share, or subscribe, and always be the first to know what's up in Coon Rapids. That's CTN, helping you stay connected.
Watching your favorite Cardinal sports live is getting even easier. Whether it's CTN Cable Channel 859, the CTN Facebook and YouTube pages, or now live on our Twitter page. You choose how you want to watch Cardinal Nation. With CTN, you'll be able to catch all the big plays, all the emotion, and all the fun of Coon Rapids sports. CTN Coon Rapids, stay connected.
Back on CTN, recap of the first set. A couple miscues by the Cardinals, hitting them along there, not scoring points. Great play at the net from Samantha Paulson on the Chisago Lakes side. And ultimately, Chisago Lakes ends up winning that first set 25-17 over the Cardinals. 6 kills on each side, but 5 aces for Chisago Lakes. 3-in-1 service for their team. So we'll knock the scores back to 0-0 and start set 2 here. And that first hit is going to be an ace for the Cardinals. Now, no better way to start off set 2.
That's right.
Sada Green with the service over here to the Wildcats, looking to set up at the net. Cardinals looking to make a play here, and that was off a Wildcat player. Set back up at the net, and there again with another kill is Samantha Paulson. She's having a great night at the net tonight, Ted.
That's correct.
Service for the Wildcats here, 1-1 in set 2. That one's hit up to the net, tipped over. Cardinals looking to recover here. Shevchuk hits that into a good spot, but nice diving play by the Wildcats. That one's put up off a player and over. Good hit by Annika Zins there. Take the 2-1 lead for the Wildcats. Carlson to play. That service is played by the Cardinals. Third hit finds a nice open spot on the floor. Just enough on it to get over to the front line and drop in front of those backline players.
So just like the first set, Coon Rapids is kind of keeping pace with Chisago Lakes.
Wilbur back to serve here for the Cardinals. That serve is played. Can't quite put that one over the net as Zins's hit is into the net, giving Coon Rapids a 3-2 lead here in set 2.
I feel like we're definitely seeing the pace pick up a little bit more aggressive play this set. So whatever the coaches had to say to the players seems to have been effective.
Wildcats play the service here. That one's put over, tipped back. Coon Rapids will have a tough play here to get it over the net, but they do. That one's set up on the far side. Near side on television, I guess. And that one is scored by Abby Zins. So miss-hit on her last attempt, but that time she puts that one in. Off the top of the net and across the court for the point.
Tied up at 3, and the Wildcats are about to serve.
Bielen's service played by the Cardinals, set up at the net, and that's set over. Wildcats side, far side, and that block.
Great block.
Coon Rapids the point there. That's our first block tonight officially. Always a helpful tool to have in the arsenal there as Coon Rapids takes service with a 4-3 lead here. Post serve almost finds the ground, but not quite. And we've got a Coon Rapids player into the net. They're going to call that on Madison Fowler. Give Wildcats service back. Samantha Olsen back to serve here. So 4-all here in set 2. The Wildcats leading 1-0. Jump serve off the fingertips in the back line. Cardinals are able to play that one over. Nice setup there. McKenna Lund with the kill on that one for Chisago Lakes. Definitely the aggressor here. 3 kills on those 5 points that they've got.
Yeah, she's been very strong at the net.
Another look at that. Great clean hit between the defenders. Finds the floor before the diving Cardinal player can get there. And that serve is going to be long to keep it tied up. We've seen a few long serves from both teams here. Still early, still trying to find that range.
And a big part of it is just making sure you're keeping your adrenaline in check. You want to put as much on it as you can, but that's not always the best solution.
Anderson's service played by the Wildcats up to the net. Great block by the Cardinals. And that is going to get them the point. Another serve here for the Cardinals. And that one finds its way over. Set up by Chisago Lakes for the kill.
And a great save there.
Good work by the Cardinals to keep this one going. Cross-court hit played by the Cardinals. Hit back to the middle, up and over. Nice volley going by both teams here. Cardinals looking to end this run here off a Wildcat player, but kept in play. Good communication by both teams on this.
Oh, and they're getting a little clustered up by the net, but still going strong.
Good rotation, nice quick set there to break the momentum from the Cardinals player. That one's off the top of the net, but played. Longest volley of the night here as the Wildcats look to hit this one over. And that is long and out. And that's the kind of point you want to win. Definitely gives your team some confidence that they're going to hang in on those long rallies.
That's right.
We'll get another look at that last hit here. Just a little bit too far as that ended out. As the next serve goes into the net and return service back to the Wildcats. You'll see that a lot after a really long rally. It's been so long since you served, you kind of forget what you're doing. Wildcat service hits the top of the net, but does make its way over. Coon Rapids looking to put that one in play. A bad hit there for Emma Bieland as it goes behind her and gets service back over to the Cardinals. So 8-6. Last set, the Cardinals held tight up till about that 10-11 point mark, and that's when it started to get away from them. So we'll see if that changes here in set number 2. Service played by the Wildcats, put up at the net, played back over, and we're going to call that one out off the banner on the ceiling. The championship banners hanging off the rafters there are officially out of bounds, Ted. So if the ball hits those, it is out. So 8-7 Wildcats with service. Coon Rapids plays it back over. Strong hit. Nice kill for Wilbur there. Chisago Lakes blocker there, but doesn't get the blocked back over the net. And that is the first kill of this set for Coon Rapids. Definitely been on their heels, even though they have a 9-8 lead at this point.
And the Wildcats take a point there. Serve that just couldn't quite get over the net.
We'll see service from Peltier for the Wildcats. Jump serve finds its way straight to the middle as the Cardinals look to play that one up at the net. Nice recovery, and the Wildcats go to their closer who can't quite get it done. That one's put up and over. Nice play by the Wildcats to keep that one going. Set over to break the momentum, and that's a smart play there. Everyone gets in that habit of the 3 hits and over. And just a quick set there from Nicole Post to score that point.
It's a very smart play.
Coon Rapids service hit back over the net. And that's a beautiful shot there by Paulson. Drops just inside the back line, and no Coon Rapids players back there to handle it. Her 3rd kill of the evening. Service from Carlson here on the Wildcats side. Coon Rapids looking to set up, and they managed to get that one over, but not quite inbounds. So that'll tie us up at 10. Just shy of halfway through this second set. Carlson with the serve. set up for the Cardinals player. Hit to the far side and just over the hands of Olsen.
A little too much steam on it. Couldn't quite rein it in.
Olsen gets a little bit higher on that one, and that's playable ball. Goes off her fingertips and out of play. Coon Rapids to serve here with an 11-10 lead.
And again, another long serve.
Those unforced errors add up over the length of a long match. We've got some subs rotating in and out here.
Coach ends.
And Coach Lindstrom on the other side. Wildcat service played by the Cardinals. We're going to get that one over. That one is in that back corner. Nice location on that one. From our seats here, there's a bench in the way, but we'll get another look at that replay. And that one just finds that back corner. Beautiful shot. Cardinal service is played by the Wildcats. Looking to set up here. Hit back to the midcourt. Bumped up to the net. Set. And a block. Do we have a player over the line?
Paulson with that big block there.
We are calling the point for the Wildcats. So we do have a ref watching that line on those plays. One watching the top of the net for any infractions. And that was a clean block.
Samantha Olsen comes to the line for the Wildcats.
Shevchuk plays that one. Coon Rapids looking for the kill. Popped up. Great diving hit there by Olsen to keep it alive. And it goes off of the Coon Rapids player. Wilbert trying to pop that one back up. When one of your players is willing to dive to save it, you do all you can to score that point to make the sacrifice worth it.
That's
Leave
right.
the skin on the floor, right?
Some very aggressive play by the Wildcats.
13-12, that gives them the lead with service. That serve played by Coon Rapids. Two players run into each other, but they're able to hit it up. Unfortunately, they hit it up to an open spot on the floor. So 13 all now. We'll get some more subs. And this is the point where the set got out of hand last time. We'll see what the story is in set 2. Coon Rapids with service. The ref whistles. We're good to go. Service hit up cleanly. Back to the Coon Rapids side. Try to set at the net. Just a nice handover, but good play. Another diving play. And that one's going to end up out of bounds.
And a great effort by the Cardinals. Just trying to keep that ball in play.
Lost a little bit of control on the sideline there and not quite able to get it back into the field of play. Good service there by Zins, but Coon Rapids is there to play it. And that kill hits the back line and in. That is a nice point for Coon Rapids to get service back and to keep this game tied at 14. Service here for Mastella. Finds the net and makes it over. Wildcats set it over. Set back up at the net. Just tipped over. Again, another smart play up at the net by Green. Coon Rapids takes a 15-14 lead.
And as we said before, both teams seem to be very evenly matched, so it's a lot of fun volleyball.
Quick tip over there by Peltier to score the point for Wildcats, and we'll get some substitutions here as Paige Bergquist heads back to serve for the Wildcats. That service played by the Cardinals. Hit up. Had to reach back a little bit for that one. She jumped to make that hit. It was a little behind where she wanted it. And that ended up just past the line. I think if there's a cleaner hit on that, get some more downward trajectory and in. The Wildcats serve here with a 16-15 lead. That one's set up. Good effort by the Cardinals to get that one over and keep it in play. Wildcats bump, set it up at the net. Not able to block that one as Peltier gets the kill on that. 2-point lead for the Wildcats here. Paige Bergquist back to serve here. Her serve played shallow. Good effort by Coon Rapids to get that one over. A deep set to an open spot on the floor, but the Wildcats recover. That hit's put over, set back up at the net, tipped over by Coon Rapids. Another play at the net, punched over, Coon Rapids looking to set up an actual play here. Great return. We'll get another tip at the net. Great work on the Coon Rapids side to save that point. Good net play there by Fowler to get up and just tip that one down cleanly. Coon Rapids service is going to be an ace to tie it back up at 17.
Shevchuk with the serve.
Wildcats able to play this one. Little miscommunication, but they do get it over. Coon Rapids sets up at the net. That is going to be a Coon Rapids point, as it did go off a Wildcats player before going out of bounds. And we're going to get a timeout from the visiting Wildcats. 18-17, they're down one right now. Good time for a timeout by the coach, just to make sure they stay in this one.
And for those of you that want to connect with CTN and find out about all the great things that we're doing and all the sports coverage here in Coon Rapids, you can find us on Twitter.
That's twitter.com/CTN Coon Rapids. We're also live on Twitter sometimes, Ted. We do broadcasts on Twitter as well as YouTube. You can always find us on our cable TV affiliates. So if you've got your phone out, like this volleyball fan here, make sure you follow us. Get all the information about upcoming coverage. You can do it on your phone or on your laptop.
Or both at the same time.
One of them may have misspelled CTN Coon Rapids, and they're just double checking it here. She's writing it down as well, so she's got it for reference later. So Coon Rapids with the serve and a 1-point lead here in set 2, 18-17. Shevchuk back with service. Service played by the Wildcats, up and over. Coon Rapids looking to set up here. They do, and a nice tip just over from Wilbur to score that point, take a 19-17 lead.
Here we'll get another look at that. Good effort by by Peltier.
Shevchuk with another ace just off a Chisago player. Puts them up 20-17, and this is the time for the Wildcats to stop the run or the Cardinals to pull away. We'll see what happens here with Shevchuk. This is her 4th serve. That one, another ace, back-to-back aces. What a great time. You see her teammates shoving her out of enthusiasm there.
And you know the Cardinals would love to come back and win set 2 here just to be back in it.
Tough to come back from down 0-2. Evening the board at 1-1. Definitely in their best interest. Shevchuk's serve played up and not able to get there. That's going to be another ace for her. Catching fire at just the right time. And we'll get another timeout from the visitors' bench. 18-17 just a moment ago when that last timeout was called. 4 straight points by the Cardinals, including a few aces from Shevchuk at the service line. And they're in a good position to close out set number 2. We did mention it is senior night here tonight. Shevchuk, one of those 3 seniors on the Coon Rapids squad. Grace Henneman and Naya Sanchez-Fernandez, the other 2. They were honored before the game and actually sang the national anthem for us.
And what better way to celebrate senior night than with the Macarena?
Oh, we want to avoid a DCMA takedown here, so.
So there's another shot of our seniors singing the national anthem tonight.
Players are headed back out to the court here. Crucial juncture for the Wildcats if they want to try to sneak back into set 2, down 5 points. Coon Rapids 3 away from winning. Shevchuk's next serve up and over, and that's going to be another ace.
And this is the kind of run that Coon Rapids really needed to get on to bring themselves back into this match.
Shevchuk's 5th ace of the night. 23-17, her service. Wildcats able to get this one into play and over the net. Shevchuk hits it up for Coon Rapids. Tipped over the net.
And
Great.
again, that very effective, just gentle touch just to roll it over the net.
Olsen dove to try and make a play on it, but couldn't quite get it up to where it could be useful to her teammates, and that's set point for Coon Rapids. Shevchuk still at the service line here. That service is played up. Wildcats need to put on a great run here, and that's a great way to start it. Hit the ball off a player and into the stands.
So the Wildcats will stay alive.
Peltier with a service here, and they have to be perfect from here on out. Down 6, still set point for the other team. Should have chased that one down into the hallway almost. That service played by the Cardinals. Third hit put over and very deep. Cardinals have a little bit of wiggle room here with that 6-point lead. (24-19) still set point. Wildcat service in play and saved by Coon Rapids, but not quite enough to get it over. That serve may have gone long, but when it's coming at your face, you tend to throw your hands up to try and block it.
That's right. The drive for self-preservation tends to win out.
Third serve from the Wildcats here. Coon Rapids looking to hit that one back over and close out set 2. Not quite able to do it, so 4-point rally so far for the Wildcats. However, they still need to come back to tie it. You do have to win by 2 in volleyball, so serve into the net here would still end the set. Wildcats serve. Hit up. Good communication on the Cardinal side as far as who was going for that one. Wildcats rallying here to try and get that up and over. They do. Coon Rapids recovers, sets it up at the net. Nice cross-court hit. And the Wildcat miss-hit gives the second set to the Cardinals. It's a good effort at the end there by the Wildcats to cut that lead from 8-4, but don't quite come away with it. Set 2 goes in favor of the Cardinals, 25-21, to even us up at 1 set apiece here on CTN Coon Rapids.
So, I just moved in with this family, and it's embarrassing. The little one, he likes to go outside and crawl around in the giant litter box. I don't know what he's doing. I mean, I was born and I knew how to use the litter box. Look at that. That's disgusting. Oh, poop already. You're making me nervous. Oh, okay, I can't look at this anymore. I really hope he grows out of this, for his sake.
Set 2 recap. Chisago Lakes with some strong play off the beginning, but even on both sides as players were able to find open spots on the floor to score points. A little help from the net is always a good thing. Stayed close up to 17-17, but then Coon Rapids caught fire. Shevchuk served several aces toward the end of that set as Coon Rapids Cardinals pull away and win set 2 25-21. One each. We're going to look at those set 2 stats, Ted.
Chisago Lakes, 21, 7 kills, 1 block, no aces.
Now, from the stats there, you can see Coon Rapids had a lot more aces and kills. Still only able to win that one by 4, though. You'd think with more aggressive play, there'd be a greater deficit in the score there. So Chisago Lakes definitely hung in there. It was just a solid run, especially those 4 aces towards the end by Shevchuk that really sealed set 2. So at 1 set apiece, Chisago will start with service. That hit a little deep by Bresnahan to give the first point of set 3 to the Wildcats. Wildcats back on the left side of your screen in their green and gold uniforms of service. Great setup. And first kill goes to Nicole Post.
This is what we saw through the first 2 sets, which was both teams very evenly matched.
Henneman's serve finds its way to a Wildcat player as that's played over the net. Coon Rapids looking to set up here. They do, and that hit would have been close, but it is played by the Wildcats. Up and over. Shevchuk sets to the middle. Set up. Off the fingers. Masteller with the kill on that one.
Another long volley. Point goes to the Cardinals.
2 kills on 2 points. A nice way to start out. Chisago looking to return that serve here, and they do. Shevchuk sets it down. That one's tipped just over the net. Cardinals finding an open floor here in set number 3. Get another look at that. Just tipped right past the defenders in an open spot, and unfortunately that next serve goes long and returns service to the Wildcats. We'll get some subs here. Did you play much volleyball in high school, Ted?
Not as much as I should have.
Coon Rapids with a solid hit. Cross court finds its way inbounds and gets service back.
So 4-2 in favor of the Cardinals now.
Nicole Post back at the service line. That serve is played by the Wildcats. Set up, and a nice shot there from Paige Bergquist.
And I think
right
the Cardinals,
to the middle of the floor.
Cardinals were just sort of frozen on that one. Nobody really took the initiative to go for it.
A little miscommunication on who's supposed to cover that one. Olsen back to serve here. Her jump serve is played by Shevchuk. Set up. Fowler not quite able to get that one over the net. 4-4. Our score as Olsen goes back for her second serve. 1-1 here, set number 3. Nice setup at the net by the Cardinals. A try at the block, but not in time as Masteller put too much heat on that one.
It's a good attempt by the Wildcats there, but just came a little too strong.
The Cardinals with service and a 5-4 lead. That serve a little deep, and you'll see that it gets up into the upper arms of a player. They can't quite get that clean hit off the forearms. It doesn't go where they want. It's an easy point.
Anderson back at the line
for the Cardinals. Wildcats get a good return here, but too much on the hit. Lund puts it past the back line as the Cardinals take a 7-4 lead. Great hit right to the middle of the floor for the Wildcats. Vugteveen able to put that one down and then goes back to serve. I'm sorry, Annika Zinn's back to serve. Zinn's serve right to the middle, but played nicely by the Cardinals. And that's going to be off a Wildcat player, point for the Cardinals. So even though they've lost the serve a few times, they're getting it back pretty quickly here, Ted. We'll get another look at that hit. Looks like it went just off Peltier's fingers there as she went up for that block.
And this is what's really going to help charge up this Cardinals team, is to get on some of these runs where they're going to score several points in a row before giving back the serve.
That serve is going to be just out. They're calling it in, point for the Cardinals. So in volleyball, if it hits the line at all, it is inbounds. Looks like our judge on the back corner wasn't quite sure, so deferred to our center judge, who did call that one in the ace for Sanchez Fernandez here on senior night. Her second serve is played right up to the net, off a Cardinals player, and it's still playable. Up and over, and
just
that is a clean
tremendous block.
Peltier again using that height to get up, block it clean, and stay on her side of the net to not incur the infraction. So score is 6-9. That service goes into the net to make it 6-10. Cardinals get the serve back. Little miscue there for Bringold. Shevchuk's last service at the end of the last set, able to bury a couple aces in there. We'll see how she does this time. That one's hit up. The Wildcats are able to play that one over. Shevchuk sets it up. It's put up at the net. And that one is put right to the back corner. Great hit from Wilbur to find that back corner with no players there.
Here we'll see in the replay, ball just finding the perfect spot in the back corner.
Shevchuk to serve. That one hits the net, and she gets a little senior night luck as that one just tips over and falls in. Still an ace, but she'll take it. And we get a timeout on the Wildcat side here. 6-12 as the Cardinals putting together one of those runs early, just like you mentioned, Ted. On the Coon Rapids sideline. Nice to be back. Tied one set apiece here. Partway into set 3, Shevchuk still serving for the Cardinals. From your right to left. Her service finds its way to a Wildcats player. Set straight up. And another kill for Wilbur. Straight up and down. That one I think came off of her wrist, but found the floor quickly there for another kill. We'll get another look. And just off her wrist and down. 7 kills this set already for the Cardinals. Shevchuk's luck runs out as she puts that one into the net. So, much like karma, the net always balances things out. Some serves it'll help you, some serves it'll kill you. 13-7 as the Wildcats look to get back into this one here. That service finds its way down, played all the way over by Coon Rapids player diving. That's set up at the net. An attempt at the block, but Paulson's hit does score the point. Only 2 kills so far for Chisago Lakes out of those 8 points as they're looking to get on a roll here. Peltier back to serve again. 5-point deficit, down 8-13. Even one set apiece here in set 3. Her serve is over. Hit played in deep, set up at the net. And that hit is going to be out. Nice try by Anderson there, but just left of that sideline. Return serve over to the Cardinals. As number 13, Seda Green, heads back for her first service of this set. Her serve goes back to Olsen, who sets it up, punched over the net, and played by the Cardinals. This is set up to the far side, tipped up and over. And we got a block for the Cardinals there to preserve the point.
I believe that was Bella Bresnahan with that block.
Either Bresnahan or Post. I'm not sure which one quite got the hand on it. Cardinals serve to the Wildcats. Played up and over. We'll have another play up at the net here. Just tipped up. Nice hit by the Wildcats to keep that one in play. Shevchuk sets it up. And that's going to be off the basketball hoop, which is in play. Shevchuk able to recover and get that one set up for the Cardinals. Clean hit over. Just punched over. Close rally at the net. Cardinals looking to set something back up here. This will be a third hit and over. Wildcats setting up at the net. Quick set. Tipped up. Another long rally here. Cardinals put that one deep. Going to set up at the net for the kill. And Paulson's hit a little too much for Seda Green to handle as that goes off her face and out of bounds, out the back line. Another good rally, a lot of diving plays and quick sets from both teams. Trying to break that rhythm, you kind of get your mind into that 3-hit rhythm. Speaking of rhythm, that service goes long. Returns service back to the Cardinals. We got 2 subs coming back onto the floor for the Cardinals. Henneman and Masteller back out on the floor. Henneman to serve now with a 16-9 lead. Her service is played by Olsen, put up at the net. Quick set over, but the Cardinals are there to cover it. Back set, hit over. And that one's hit a little too far by Paulson and out of play. Cardinals up 8 now, 17-9 here in set number 3. That serve is deep, but played up by Olsen. Set all the way down. And that is going to be called a Wildcat point. So that one did make it over the net. Quick play here. We've got some subs on the Wildcat side. So this is the time they need to get back into this one. Ted down 7 here. Bieland back to serve for the Wildcats. Her service is played by Shevchuk. Set up to the net. Aggressive set back over to the Wildcats side there, and that one's put up for play. Shevchuk again there to recover it. It's hit back as Shevchuk puts it back over. Olsen hits it up for the Wildcats. Set at the net. Little miscommunication there, but they are able to get it over. Another set at the net. Just tipped, but not quite over. Not quite enough momentum in her jump there for Post to get it over. So 2 straight points here, and that's what the Wildcats need if they're going to get back in to set 3 here. Wildcat serve would have caught that corner. Shevchuk tried to plate it, but just a bad hit that puts that one out of bounds. That's exactly what Chisago Lakes needed here. Being doubled up in the score, and they're crawling their way back into being competitive here in set 3. Service played by the Cardinals up at the net. Quick set. Attempt at the hit, but not able to get it over the net. It's a good run going here for the Wildcats. 13-17, still with service. Bieland with her, I believe, 4th serve. And that one's played by the Cardinals, trying to get it under control and over the net. And they do with a little set. Play up at the net here and over. Good recovery on the Cardinals side to keep that one in play. Nice shallow hit. Good play and placement by Masteller there to find the open floor and end that Chisago Lakes run. As we get some subs, we'll get another look at that hit here. Just tipped it over the front line blockers and dropped it in. Great effort there by Paige Bergquist, diving for that one, but not quite able to get it. As the Cardinals will send Grace Graham in to serve here. But before that happens, Coach Ennis is going to call a timeout and talk to his team here up 5 in set 3.
So, Jeremy, what does he need to tell his team to get them back on track in this game?
Well, if I knew that, I'd be coaching volleyball, Ted. But, I mean, at this point, the Cardinals are up 5 in set 3. They just won the last set. They've got a little momentum. Just serve it in play, wait for the other team to make mistakes. And, every point counts, even the ones that are made on mistakes. So, you can, you got a little wiggle room with 5-point lead. You only need 7 to close this one out. On the other side, the Wildcats just went on a nice run and score multiple points in a row, and that's what you want to do is get that service back first, start making progress. And you see up in the stands we got players doing their homework, just like the coaches did before the game. Got some Coon Rapids fans in the house here tonight as well, enjoying themselves, having a good time. Speaking of time, that's the end of our timeout as we go back to play Coon Rapids with service. Up 18-13 here in set 3, tied at 1 apiece. The Cardinal serve is long and out. Shevchuk will check back in on the Coon Rapids side. Samantha Olsen will be serving for the Chisago side. 18-14, Now's their best chance to get back into this one. Olsen's serve is played by the Cardinals. Set up front. Strong hit, straight down and in. That'll be a kill for Mastiller.
And the Wildcats really had no recourse with that.
Not much you can do when the placement and the velocity are as they were. Audrey Anderson serving for the Cardinals here, 19-14. Again, just put it in play, see what develops. 2 Wildcats there to hit that one, but not quite able to put it away. Let's hit back over. Olsen sets it back up at the net. Going to be a close play. We are going to get a call by the referee here saying Fowler was in the net on that one. So that'll give the ball back to Chisago. Zinn's back to serve now, down 15-19. Her service played by Shevchuk. That's tapped over. Wildcats looking for the kill. Shevchuk there to play it. Set at the net again. And that one's going to be just long. Not off any players. And that is going to be a point for the Wildcats. Some of the fans thought that went off a Wildcat player, but both referees conferred. Referees, umpires, judges. I'm not sure what they're called in volleyball. I'm sure I'll be corrected online after the fact. And we'll get a look at that. Hard to tell on the replay. Back to the action here. A block at the net. That one's punched over by the Wildcats. And that one is going to fall out of play and get Coon Rapids the point and service back. So 2016 Coon Rapids with the service. We'll get some subs coming in here.
And the Wildcats keeping pressure on Coon Rapids, but Coon Rapids still able to maintain this lead.
Sanchez Fernandez back to serve now with that 4-point lead. Her serve goes straight into the net to make it 20-17. And if you're on the Wildcats side, you've erased a lot of that lead here over the last 10, 12 points. Within 3, another couple of good serves, and you're right back in this one. So Paige Bergquist back to serve here, down 3 in set 3. Her serve is played by the Cardinals, but not cleanly, and that one goes straight out. That'll be only the second ace of this match. I'm sorry, of this set for the Wildcats. Bergquist serve in play to Fernandez. This one's cleaner as it's set up at the net. Another powerful hit from Wilbur, but this one's just out of bounds. But our referee at the net says it did go off of a player. Saying that one did catch Peltier. So we'll get some subs here. Coon Rapids does score the point on that one. It's a close call, but we'll see.
If we can see the replay.
23, her wrist hits the net on her way up there. And I think that's what they're going to call. So Shevchuk to serve. That one is played by the Wildcats. Up, over. Cardinals looking to put something together here. Wilbur's hit. Good motion on that, but the Wildcats are able to recover. That's hit up and over and into clean floor. Anderson, nice hit. Just over the net and across the court to score the point. Keep this one from getting away.
So 19-21 now.
And Wildcats slowly chipping away at that lead. A service here from Peltier. As her serve goes into the net. 22-19, dangerous territory if you're on the Wildcats side. Bresnahan to serve here as the Wildcats are looking to get this one back as soon as they can. That serve hits the tape, bounces over. The Wildcats looking to put that one over and in play. They do. That one's hit by a diving Sanchez Fernandez. Great recovery there for the Cardinals to keep that one in play, but unfortunately, the momentum of Bella Bresnahan carried her into the net, and that point goes back onto the side of the Wildcats. So 20-22, Wildcats down 2 here. Service from Carlson goes over and is played by Shevchuk. Set up at the net, tipped over to the far corner. Great placement there by Wilbur. Just a little tip with her hand to find that open spot on the far side of the floor. And after that good placement, Wilbur will be back to serve now. 23-20, closing on the end of set 3 here. Her service played up and awkwardly by the Wildcats, but they're able to recover and hit that over. Shevchuk sets that up. Cardinals looking for the kill. Can't quite get it. A good rally going again. That's set backwards. Olsen for the Wildcats puts it up at the net. That's tapped over. A little miscommunication on the Cardinals side. Shevchuk was there, but Wilbur didn't see her, and unfortunately puts that one down. 21-23, and the worst thing you can do if you're the Wildcats here is serve it into the net.
Coach Enns just giving his team a little advice on what to do here.
Bieland with the service here. Nice, easy serve over the net. Cardinals look to set up. And again, really good placement by the Cardinals here. Really coming on strong with the kills.
Samantha Olsen taking a dive at that one, but just couldn't quite come up with it.
She's made a few of those saves tonight, but that one wasn't quite there. So set point here, 24-21. Cardinals service is over in play and played by the Wildcats, who look to set up. Nice, easy, clean play. Cardinals pop it over. Olsen sets it. And that point is put away for the Wildcats. Annika Zins with a placement on that one. So 22-24. Olsen back here to serve, and set point for the Cardinals still. Olsen's serve played by the Cardinals. Wildcats look to set up. Just tipped over the net, but the Cardinals are able to play it. Shevchuk sets it up. Tipped again, and the Wildcats are still there. Set over. And again, breaking that three-hit momentum. The other team's not quite ready for it. A quick set. 23-24 game. It is win by 2, so it's still set point for the Cardinals if they can come away with this one. However, tie it back up if the Wildcats are able to score. Olsen serve into the net, and that'll end set number 2. Tough way to lose one, especially when you come back. But that'll do it for set number 3. Cardinals take it 25-23. We'll be back with more volleyball here on CTN.
Hi, I'm Ryan Nagasu, 2010 Olympian and bronze medal winner of the 2014 U.S. Championships. I knew I loved skating at the age of 5, and now it's become my life passion. Find your skating passion at the Coon Rapids Ice Center. Classes are available all year round. It could be the place where your skating dreams come true. See you on ice.
Watching your favorite Carnival Sports live is getting even easier. Whether it's CTN Cable Channel 859, the CTN Facebook and YouTube pages, or now live on our Twitter page. You choose how you want to watch Cardinal Nation. With CTN, you'll be able to catch all the big plays, all the emotion, and all the fun of Coon Rapids sports. CTN Coon Rapids, stay connected.
Set 3 of volleyball action saw a lot more aggressive play at the net. Not as many blocks as you would think, and a lot of really good placement. A very close game all the way through. Coon Rapids pulled ahead, but Chisago Lakes closed that gap. Coon Rapids turned on the heat. 10 kills, 3 aces in set 3. A missed serve by Olsen on the Wildcat side gives Coon Rapids the win, 25-23, just edging that one out. The Wildcats look to be making a comeback in that one, Ted.
It's true. The Wildcats have been keeping pressure on these Coon Rapids Cardinals and really making them work for it. But the Cardinals were able to come away with the win, and hopefully they can come away with the match.
No, that puts the Cardinals up 2-1 after winning the second and third sets, 25-21, 25-23. Chisago Lakes looking to even things up here in set number 4. Cardinals service will begin with number 13, Seda Green. And that is a powerful shot from Paulson there. We've seen that from her all night, and that one definitely found a home on the floor. Another look at that. Beautiful set, great placement there. No play on it for Green. Shevchuk dives to try and return that one, but that's going to be an ace on the Chisago Lakes side of things.
And obviously the mentality for the Cardinals is to come out strong and try to keep the service on their side of the net.
Probably the strategy for both teams there. As Kylie Carlson serves this one over. Returned in one hit to the Wildcat side. That's set up to the far end, but that hit doesn't quite make it over. Sydney Anderson a little low on that one. Will keep us close in the score here. 2-1 in the early going.
Wilbur at the line.
Wilbur's service from the far side of the court. Finds its way down. Nice serve on her part. And that is hit over by the Wildcats. Cardinals looking to set up. And that one is buried by Masteller on the back end.
Some good aggressive play up front.
They definitely have the talent to get those kills even when they're not right up at the net. Angle and position definitely play a part in that. And that hit is just a little bit long from Zins. Just misses the back line to make it 3-2 Cardinals here in set number 4. Service is returned. Olsen hits that one over to the Cardinals. Almost had a collision back there. Light hit over the net. Wildcats right at the net. Tries to punch that one over. Able to play it, but not quite over. See Samantha Paulson laughing there. She tries to play that one off the net. 4-2 Cardinals favor. Wildcats just looking to get the serve back here. Beautiful serve there from Wilbur to put that one in for her first ace of this set, her second of the night.
And Bergquist on the Wildcat side there, making a good effort for it, but just couldn't quite come up with it.
They're going to call that one off of a Wildcats player, even though it didn't find that back line. And that'll be another ace for her. And this time the net denies for passage as the Wildcats take the service back over. And number 10, Emma Bieland, checking in to make that serve here. Down 3-6 in set 4, down 2-1 in the match. Bieland serve right to Shevchuk, hit high, arcing play down. Good block at the net by the Wildcats to keep that one in play. That's set back, hit over off of the Coon Rapids player. That's Masteller that tried to get the block there but couldn't keep it in bounds. Off the player and out to score the point for the Wildcats. Coon Rapids returns the serve here, sets up, just popped right over the net. Wildcats ready for it as they set up their own hit. Shevchuk there for a nice return, but no one to help her out. Some communication issues on that one.
Yeah, Coon Rapids just kind of froze up there. Couldn't quite get to it.
It looked like Paulson was going to have another kill there, but Shevchuk was able to return it. Just no one there after the fact. That service barely kept over by the Cardinals. Olsen sets up here. Tipped by Paulson, hit over. Wildcats looking to set up again. That one is set back, and we are going to call the point. So
Double hit there.
in favor of the Cardinals. So 7-5 in favor of the Cardinals. Nicole Post coming in to serve for the Cardinals. That 7-5 lead. Her serve is played by Olsen. It's hit up at the net. And another kill for Paulson. She's having a solid night tonight.
Samantha Olsen for the Wildcats.
It's a nice tip over. Masteller there with the control, just to put that one past the front line. Anderson serving for the Cardinals here. Puts that one in play. It's Peltier with a kill on that one. Just finds that line on the far side of the court, keeps it just in play to keep this one close. Wildcats serving, 7-8. Zinn's serve is returned by the Cardinals. Little problem with the control, but they are able to get it over. Olsen gets it back up for her team. Hit over to break the rhythm. Shevchuk puts that one up. Nice hit by the Cardinals. That's going to be a play at the net. Little miscommunication on the Wildcat side. That one rolls a little more than bounces. We get a double hit call, and service goes back to the Cardinals with a 9-7 lead.
And I think Annika Zinn's got just a little ate up by that ball. She couldn't quite make it.
Another miscommunication on the Wildcat side as two players converge for that one. A 10-7, and again, if you're the Wildcats, this is where you can't let this get out of hand. Just the 3-point lead right now. Olsen returns that one up nicely as that one's put over the net by the Wildcats. Cardinals looking to set up at the net. Quick set by the Cardinals to get that over and break the rhythm. Got a good volley going here. That set comes all the way over. Again, excellent control by Wilbur, just the tip, and that one hits the floor. 11-7 Cardinals.
So this is where the Cardinals really start to get in their rhythm, I think.
And as is always true with television, the second you say something, the opposite happens as they serve it into the net. Return service back over to the Wildcats. Paige Bergquist will be back to serve for the Wildcats. 8-11, and here's where they definitely need to put a run together of a few points if they want to stay alive in the match. High arcing serve set up by the Cardinals. Wilbur's hit goes through everyone and out of bounds to give the point to the Wildcats. Her serve a little too deep for Anderson to be played. And that'll be an ace, and we'll get a timeout on the Cardinals side.
And it just seems to me that during this set, the Cardinals have had a little bit of trouble returning serves. Maybe a little bit of misjudging the distance or a little bit of clumsy play, but I feel like the Wildcat serves have not been handled very well on the Cardinals side this set.
Well, Wildcats have 2 aces so far in set number 4 here. That's outside of set 1 where they had 5 and won the game. They hadn't had more than 2 in set 2 or set 3. So those aces aren't necessarily aces of power, but aces of placement and miscommunication on the side of the Cardinals. Some Cardinals fans in the house tonight here. The rest of the Cardinals fans are across the street at the playoff soccer game. Volleyball playoffs, we're not quite there yet. Still in the regular season, but soccer playoffs going on right now. Featuring Joe Yund and Howie Shapiro. You'll be able to see that later on this evening. But we are back on the court. Wildcats down 10-11 with service. Cardinals able to get that one over, but a block on the Wildcat side. Good placement again. Again, we're seeing a lot more smart play versus power play on the Cardinals side. That helped them in the last 2 games to pull away and win those last 2 sets. Shevchuk with service. Deep serve, but able to be played as Olsen looks to hit it over and does. Cardinals setting up at the net. Wildcats hit that one over. A little communication error there, but they were able to get it. Again, the smart play.
Very, very good deception.
Good quick set there by Green. Even got a little head fake in as she went up for the net.
I think we've seen a lot of that finesse on the Cardinals team tonight.
Deep serve, but played. We'll see if they're able to get it over. Olsen with a nice backwards hit to get it over the net. Cardinals hit. Looking to play that one. Olsen plays it up again for the Wildcats. That's up and over. Deep hit, but the Cardinals are able to get that one. Tipped back over at the net as the Wildcats set up. And that kill is denied by the Cardinals. Good volley here, cross-court bump, and that one gets over the net. Wildcats a quick set, but not able to trick the Cardinals on that one, as that one is set up. Wilbur gets up for another kill there. She's having a great set here in set number 4.
After a very long volley, the Cardinals come away with the point.
Now that is Wilbur's 12th kill of the match. Shevchuk to serve here, and that just inside the back corner, and that'll be her first ace. She had several earlier tonight. That's her 7th ace of the match here. She got 4 of those at the end of set 2 to put that one away.
Red is in the house tonight, cheering on his Cardinals.
Over here inside with the volleyball team. Not sure if he checked in over at the soccer game yet or if he's headed there after.
He's actually in both places at once. It's a skill that very few have mastered.
Schrodinger's red. He's at whatever game you're at.
And also simultaneously not at any game you're not at.
Well, I didn't take quantum physics in high school or college. Probably why I'm calling high school sports as the B squad on a Tuesday night. Coach Hannah Lindstrom looking at her team there. Needs them to climb back into this one if they want to have a chance tonight. They're down 15-10 here in set number 4, down 2-1 in the match. Shevchuk with a serve here. Miscommunication on the side of the Wildcats again as 2 players went to play it. And that'll give her Shevchuk's 8th ace of the evening. As she continues with the serve and a 16-10 lead. That serve's going to be deep and wide. It sails out of bounds there. The Wildcats get a point back. McKenna Lund back to serve here. Or Peltier, sorry, I read the number wrong off the jersey. Her serve almost finds ground, but not quite. Wilbur tries to get the point there, but is denied at the net by Paulson. A solid block for Paulson there. Keep serve on their side. 12-16 with service. And Peltier with the hit here. Coon Rapids looking to set up. Another block at the net. Wilbur puts that one over. The Wildcats look to set up. That one's hit across the court. Excellent placement there from Anderson to get the point. And we've got a small run going here for the Wildcats.
So they close the deficit to 3.
Another look at that here.
Just the perfect spot for that ball.
That service is deep, goes off the basketball hoop, but does not quite find a way to make it over. That'll be an ace on the Wildcats side. Service played by the Cardinals. Good try by the Wildcats, but that one is put down by Nicole Post for the point on the Cardinals side.
Seda Green comes to the line.
A 17-14 lead. Her serve finds its way to Olsen. Tipped over. Players converge, but they're able to communicate again. Nice tip over with the hand by the Wildcats there. Cross-court shot, but that's tipped up. Wildcats looking to play this one over. Olsen hits that one to Shevchuk. Shevchuk sets up at the net. 2 players up there. It's going to be out of bounds, but it did hit a Wildcat player on the way down. It caught Paulson's hand on the way, and that'll be a point for the Cardinals. Now 18-14. Still with service here. Cardinals serve too far to the side for Olsen to handle. That'll be the 5th ace of this set. 2nd ace of the match. for Seder Green. Almost gets another one there, but the Cardinals end up with it on their side of the net.
Cardinals.
We're going to call Cardinal player in the net on that one.
Yeah, Cardinals couldn't quite get it over at that point.
And post did run into the net. So the point goes to the Wildcats with service. Miscommunication on the backside there. That'll be an ace for Chisago Lakes, and that's what you need right now is any points you can get to stay in this one. They're down 16-19, down 2-1 in the match. Service from Zins, played by Shevchuk. Great try on the part of the Wildcats, but not quite able to get that one back over. Wilbur with the service here for the Cardinals in a 2016 lead. Paulson plays that one up. That's going to be just a little too far. Paulson had the right idea, but too much on it. 21-16. The Cardinals players are starting to be able to taste the win on this one. That serve played up by Olsen. Back to the middle. And over by the Wildcats on a quick bump. Cardinals have hit looking for an open spot of floor, but don't find it. Wildcat player there, but Paulson mistimes her jump. That one sails over her hand to the floor, and we'll get a timeout with a 22-16 lead for the Cardinals.
And the Cardinals are closing in on this one, hoping to win the set and the match.
22-16, they're in a good position. However, last game, with a similar score, the Wildcats did come all the way back, and that one ended at 23-25. It only ended because there was a serve into the net by the Wildcats. Had they, salvaged that point, we would have been in a tied or deuce situation, if you want to borrow some tennis terminology for that. So it is win by 2. 22-16 Cardinals with service. They're in a good position here.
And the Wildcats now just need to interrupt whatever runs Coon Rapids gets on. They just need to find a way to try to claw their way back into this set. But Coon Rapids is playing very strong right now, playing very smart.
Wilbur's serve played by the Wildcats. High setup. And after mistiming her jump on the last point, Paulson finds the ground on that one for another kill. Got her with 9 kills by my unofficial stats on this side. I may have missed one in there somewhere. So Emma Bielan to look to help the Wildcats get back in here. Down 5. Service is returned by the Cardinals. That's set up.
A great block by the Wildcats.
Annika Zins gets up to block that one and preserve the point. That's their 5th block of this set, Ted.
Here we'll get a look at the replay. You see she just shuts them down at the net.
Zins and Paulson there for that. Great diving play by the Cardinals to salvage that one. As they look to set up at the net. Here's the set. Almost had a player over the line under the net there, but not quite. We are going to call that. It was blocked by the Coon Rapids player, but landed out of bounds. So Wildcats get the point on that one, 19-22. Service from Bieland is played by the Cardinals. Second hit. Third one from the back line is put deep. 20-22, and just like the last game, Wildcats were able to erase a lot of that deficit. The thing is to keep their focus now, not let this slip away.
That's right, turning on the heat late in the set, making the Cardinals work for it.
This serve is played up in the air. A hit from the midcourt by number 9. Olsen's able to hit that one up. Set up and hit over. Shevchuk with a nice play to keep that one in. Set up to the middle. Coon Rapids going for the kill, but Olsen able to play that one up. And a bad hit there by Bergquist drops the ball to the floor and gives the point to the Cardinals.
In the game, the Cardinals for 17, 9, Sanchez Fernandez.
So Sanchez Fernandez comes on here. 2 points from the match victory. Gets her dribble before she hits it over. Service is set up. And Olsen to put it over for the Wildcats. We're going to call a lift on the Coon Rapids side. So when you hit the volleyball, you can't have an open palm under the ball. So just the angle it came at her. That point goes to the Wildcats. So Olsen served into the net last game to give the win to the Cardinals. Last set, rather. She's got the service now, 21-23 here in set 4.
Just a little discussion with the judge back there. Pleading her case.
Masteller just wants some clarification onto why that was called a lift. We'll get our substitutions here as the Cardinals are set up to receive the service. 21-23 in favor of the Cardinals. Wildcat service is over and played. Shevchuk puts it straight up. Wilbur looks to hit that one, but hits it deep to make it 22-23. Now this is where the Wildcats lost it last game, losing 23-25, so they're looking to tie it back up here on this service. Olsen to serve, played up by Shevchuk. Set up behind her. Block, but played by Coon Rapids. That one's tipped over. Wildcats looking to play it. Hit is behind. Good diving play by the Cardinals to keep it alive. Another hit, another block. And that net play from Peltier and Paulson. Sorry, Zins on that one. That block is their 6th of the match and ties it, or the set rather, and ties it at 23. So Olsen with a 23-23 game here. Her service finds its way to Shevchuk. That's set up at the net. Just a tip over, but Olsen's anticipating it. Hit up, Wildcats up, over. A diving Coon Rapids player, that's set over, punched over again. A lot of players bunched up at the net as Olsen sets it up. Wildcats looking to kill it, comes off a player, it's hit up. Shevchuk dives. Coon Rapids gets blocked on that again. Coon Rapids looking to set up a hit here. Wilbur's shot, fielded by Olsen. Going to be a play at the net. We've got a player in the net. Carlson couldn't quite keep track of where she was at back into the net. Good volley, a lot of great net play on that one, but ultimately Coon Rapids comes away with the point.
So this will be...
So it is match point.
Match point by Anderson.
Serve goes to the back. It's hit up in the air by the Wildcats. They just need to clear it over on this, and they do. Cardinals with a quick set. Communication. Olsen hits it up there. That one's put up and off a Coon Rapids player. Played by the Cardinals. Set up and another block for the Wildcats. That's tipped just over. And Masteller's well-placed shot wins the match for the Cardinals. 25-23. So there's your final stat line on the sets tonight. Chisago Lakes taking the first match set easily 25-17, but then closely contested. Coon Rapids wins 25-21, 25-23, and 25-23 to win the match. So Coon Rapids definitely had the edge, but Chisago Lakes hung in there for every single game. Erased some big deficits, Ted, and good even play for both teams. A couple hits here and there. And we see a congratulations sign for the 500 club there.
And it's a great win for the Cardinals here on senior night. Obviously coming off of that win against Anoka.
Always nice to get 2 in a row. We'll see the team getting a picture there together out on the court. So that's 500 digs for Shevchuk. Nice accomplishment to have on senior night, like you said, Ted. Volleyball is a young person's game. I don't have the knees for it anymore. Even with the knee pads, I don't think I'd be able to survive long out there.
I don't know if the knees are what you should be concerned about.
Well, possibly the fact that I'm barely 5 feet tall may come into play as well.
But surely what you lack in height, you would make up for with heart.
Yes, my heart is oversized. I had to have my rib
very
cage
strong,
enlarged
yes.
to keep it in there. Fantastic. Well, that's going to do it for our coverage here. We do have some upcoming coverage for you. Like we mentioned, Joe and Howie over at the playoff soccer game for the girls right now. Can't show that one live, which is why you got volleyball tonight. But at midnight, just a few hours from now, you can see the match in its entirety from the field across the street. I don't think that's the official name of the field, but that's where it's located.
I think it's recently had a name change, so
We'll
it's
have
no
to-
longer the field across the street.
We'll check in with Joe and Howie at midnight for that one. You can also catch it at coonrapids.com. Catch us on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook. But that's going to do it for us tonight. Coon Rapids comes away with the win in 4 sets. On behalf of the crew in the truck and Ted Anderson, I'm Jeremy Smith. Have a great night.